Hello and welcome back. In this video I'm going to quickly go over the generator entity and how we can use it to power up some simple lights on a lamppost. So I've already got one set up in my example level which you can take a look at, but I'm going to show you from the ground up how I did this. So what we need to do is we need to create our generator, and that will be in our objects tab here on the roll-up bar, entity, and then we search for generator, and we want diesel generator modern. There's also in the entity tab, we've also got a diesel generator, and there's no differences between these two other than just the model. So we're just going to use the modern one for this demonstration, and then I'm going to get this light pole as well. So we go to our brush, search for light pole, and you can use just about anything, doesn't really matter, but for this demonstration I'm going to use this light pole. And then what we need now is a light for our light pole. These are all located in the entity tab again, so objects, entity. I'm going to search for light, and we want under lights, we want light. Just double click and get it into our scene, and we can just move it into position. I'm going to snap it to this using the align to select object. So click that and then click on our light pole, and that's aligned it to the pivot. I'm just going to move it up to where we want it. We want it right here. Let's just dim the lights a bit. So if we go to terrain, lighting, dark. Right, now that we've got our light, maybe we want to set it up so it projects the light down. That's fairly easy to do. It's just in our light properties. And we need a projector texture open. Hopefully I can find this very easily. I think it's in textures, lights, maybe which one we want. Maybe something like this might work. And you can see now my light area is changing to a kind of cone shape. We want to rotate that so it's facing down. So go to the rotate tool, go to the angle snap, make sure it's on 45 degrees, bing bing, and now it's facing downwards. And maybe we want to change the radius of that because it's not quite hitting the ground where we want it. We can just change the radius here in our entity properties for the light. Let's double that. Let's put it on 20. I hope this is working. If this projector is not working, then I'll have to change it. Now we can change the bulb size as well to 2 maybe. 25. Okay, this texture doesn't want to work. Likely. If we go to textures, lights, generic, yeah, this is where we want it. So for the projector, go to texture, you want to open a new one, and it's in the folder game SDK, textures, lights, and then generic, and we want a spotlight, a spotlight with a bit of a fade to it. Can't see that, can I? These ones are working bloody perfectly. There we go. I just need to change the bulb size and the radius just so we can get this light to hit the ground. So you can change the projector FOV. We've kind of got it in this cone shape. You can change it to whatever angle you want, like 100, 180. Very easy to do, but let's keep it on 90 for now. So we got this circular spot here. And if we want to change the color of it, we can change the color here. I want it a bit more yellowy. Maybe look a bit more natural. And you can also, there's a lot of other properties in here that you can play around with. You can even change like the style of the light. So kind of, there's a different style. No, it's not this one. It's this one, light style. So you got ones that kind of dim, ones that kind of flicker, kind of disco looking ones, very flickery ones. Let's just keep that on 0 for now. And you can also add a lens flare to it. So we've got no lens flare on it. We can go to flare, click this D. That'll open up lens flare editor. Excuse me. And then we can go on this drop down menu, Miscreated. I believe there's one for, yeah, outside light flare. And then just like a material, use the assign button just here. Sometimes it doesn't really want to display, but it will display, and we'll use this one. Sometimes it just doesn't display in the viewport, it just displays when you jump into the game itself. Yeah, airfield one here. Ah, okay, this one works. Or the hotel hall one. Let's use the airfield one. Got a bit, you can see there's a bit of a flare on that. You can also change if it's going to cast shadows, so which spec it will be on. So on the lowest shadow spec, maybe it'll cast. Maybe on high spec it'll cast. This all depends on how well you want your level to run on lowest specs, because shadows are quite intensive, especially if you have multiple lights as well. So we'll keep that on high spec. So on high spec detail, these shadows will display. When it's on low spec detail in the game settings, then the shadows won't display and the game will run faster for those people. Okay, so now we want to hook this light to this generator. So it's very easy to do. You just go click on the generator, go down to entity links and click pick target. And we pick our light, and that creates this new link. Now, jump in game, Control G. We can see that our light is there. If we power up this generator, we can power up the light and turn it on and off. And we can keep this off by default. That way it's turned off on default, and then when you power up the generator and you click the light, it will turn on. That's just this button here. You can have it activated just to see how it looks. And that's how you set up a generator with a light. If you want to do something more complex, you can click on your generator, you go down to the flow graph tab, click create, and then this gives you the flow graph for your generator. Now this is if you want to set up different logic, like a generator will open a door or power up an elevator or something, then you will need to add the selected entity here. And this is our generator. And you can apply logic to it. I won't go into detail on the flow graph side of things. Maybe in another video or a stream or something, I can dissect the bunkers that we made for Miscreated and show you exactly how I set up logic for a generator powering up lights and also powering up doors and switches, which you can do for your own bunkers or any other kind of game logic you want to do. It can get really messy and very complex and very difficult and really makes your head scratch, but that's the way I did it and that's the way you would do it as well. But the simple lights, very easy. You just link your light. And that's about it. Thanks for watching.